Let go of bitterness. How to free yourself and find peace. There was a moment in my life that I think that there's a possibility you have been operating on that realm of foolishness. We always have this thinking or this belief that if somebody is against us, somebody doesn't like us, that means God doesn't like the person. Let me share a story with you, a short story actually. There was a meeting and somebody said some things, and I thought, wasn't even really directed at me. I thought that behavior is too extreme. That person is disrespecting God in a way. So I got home and I was thinking, oh my God, look at what this person did to you, God. Like this, I wasn't really saying this, but now realizing what I did then is like saying, are you going to sit there and watch this person disrespect you like this? That is looking back. That's why personal development is so important, because you look at yourself and you like, ew. So I used to do that. So I was expecting God will, charge on angels to go and fight a battle with me for somebody who I thought has disrespected him. And it was like, it is not what the person did. That's why I'm angry or upset. I have issues. I have issues with myself. And I was like, that doesn't even correlate. I was coming to you to report somebody to you. You are saying what the person did is not really the issue. I am the issue. Well, is it not me that want to fight your battle for you in a way? So oftentimes we operate in that foolishness when we think that something that we are against means the whole world will be against that thing. We don't have the understanding that sometimes some people who are strong willed are destined on our path to challenge us, to kind of make us to get to that sense of reasoning. It's like if you always cheat people, if you always go to money, if you always do whatever to people, and you meet somebody, maybe you are this tall, 6 feet, and you meet somebody that is like 3 feet, and you say, you dare not. You pause a little and like, uh-uh, nibo, you know. So bitterness is an advancement of anger. It's like if you want to get promotion, you're an angry person, you always get angry, and then you advance in rank. That's bitterness. I'm looking at my laptop. So bitterness is a feeling of deep anger, hurt, or resentment that can develop when someone feels they've been treated unfairly or wronged in some way. It's like carrying around a grudge, but it doesn't just hurt the person you are upset with. It can also affect you. Not it can also affect you. It is you who have the emotions. Who is dealing with emotions? Your emotions are your property. Whether you want to feel a certain way, drop it right there. You want to carry it at about is your load. It's on your neck to carry. Well, if you have a relationship with somebody and you are angry with that person, maybe they did something, of course, they did something to upset you. There might be broken relationship, that we are sure of. But the pain and the agony and the resentment, you alone will carry that about. No one else will carry that for you. Even sometimes you see situations where, let's say somebody offend you and her name is Labake, for instance. Anytime you hear the name Labake, oh my goodness, your tummy will bubble. It will be so hot as if you want to use the hot water to make a bath. That's resentment. You don't like the person, you hate the person, you resent the person, you are angry because of that, and then bitterness step in. All these emotions are your property to carry. Be wise. I will often say this. If it's very easy for somebody to look at me now and say, I will say something, you will see that she will get angry. That person is in charge of my life. I've been there before. I'll be better. But sometimes you thinking, oh, I'm in charge of your life. It's not necessarily if people can just trigger you and you flare up like that. They are in charge of your life. So most Christians are bitter because they did not give the issue to God. Because if something happened to you and you allow God to be in charge of that situation, you will not be bitter anymore because you believe it's a battle for God to fight. You let it go. The emotions are not there anymore. And like the story I said in regards to myself, sometimes you think is the person, they might be the issue. God will deal with them. Remember, God don't have grandchildren. Everybody is a child of God, whether you like them or you don't like them. Whether you look at them every time they say good morning, everybody, you feel like, oh, she woke up again. Oh, you woke up again. That's your business. Everybody is a child of God. And always have this at the back of your mind that God loves sinners. Jesus loves sinners. It's sin he doesn't like. It's what we do that we commit sin that he doesn't like. He doesn't hate us. If he doesn't like us, why would he come and die and allow himself to be crucified. You know the way. So don't look at somebody and, you know, line them up. Oh, this one is a child of the devil. What about you? What about you? It is written, our righteousness is like a filthy rag. The highest, when you can no longer go anywhere else, of your righteousness, of your good behavior, is like a filthy rag. Aṣọ ìnulẹ̀, aṣọ ìdọ̀tí. It's like a child poop and you use one cloth to pack it in the presence of God. That's how we still look like, even in our righteousness. So everybody is enjoying the grace of God. So one thing you should have in mind is, if you have a relationship with somebody, she's your friend, you've journeyed a while. If they do something that you don't like, if you feel like you don't want to talk about it, if you talk about it, it's going to explode. Calm yourself for a while. As long as it's going to take you to calm down and come into, sense of reasoning, because you're not going to be lashing at somebody. And if they don't have that patience to take that emotion from you, they will lash out back. Chill and look for when to say it. Or instead of getting angry, killing yourself, because anger is like drinking poison and looking at the other person that upset you, that no, she will fall down. You will soon fall down and die. And you are the one who drank the poison. Who is foolish? Foolishness is knowing the right thing and you refuse to do it. If the Bible will say, if somebody offend you, continue to forgive them 70 times 70 in one day. Abba. It's not the behavior of people that is the problem. It's the foundation, is the soil that seed is coming to meet. It's the soil that word is coming to. If somebody look at me and say, oh, I have big head, I've checked in the mirror, my head is not big. Even if it's big to the glory of God. I didn't create my head. I was made like this, no artificial anything, glory to God. God created me this way. He saw it that Sheon Bisheson will be, with fulfill purpose, looking like this, and he created me. So why would somebody come to me and say something, and I will go and I'll be angry and I will not even eat. I will be fasting, even if that is fasting, is even better. So we have to fix ourselves. We have to fix ourselves. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. What is the abundance in your heart? God was saying to Timothy, do not let this word of the Lord depart from you. Every time meditate on it day and night. If we are more of God, we will be less of flesh. More of God, less of sin. So sometimes we have issues. That is why we take things, to be extra. I'm not condemning the fact that people can be silly. People can do a lot of things that you feel like, oh my God, thank God I don't have a gun. But have you thought about how many times somebody look at you and think, thank God I don't have a gun? Well, you too, self-evaluate how you used to behave. Personal development is about you thinking back, looking at your yesterday. Titi said something, and I said it this way. Is there any other way I could have done it better? With the way I respond to people, can I work on that? Small portion at a time, one behavior at a time. Oh, I get angry easily. Let's work with that. That's how life goes. So if somebody have offended you, you think it's gonna take me a while. You can stay away from the person. There is no law that says you have to be everybody's friend. You cannot be everybody's friend anyway. Some people you are their friend, they are not your friend. Some people are your friends, you don't see them as friends. So you can stay away from people as long as it will take you to heal. But the most important thing is to talk about things. Don't be, holding things. You'll be piling things up. And one day the person will just walk past you and step on your toes. You just get up and punch the person. And people will be wondering, what happened? Is it just, and people will now be condemning your act. Is it just stepping on your toe that you punch this person for? No, it's not just the stepping on the toe. You have been piling it up. They've been doing something. You're not letting go. You're holding on to it like this. You're holding on to it like this. You're holding on to it like this. Ìwé mímọ́ ní ẹ wá sọ́dọ̀ mi ẹ̀yin tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń jíṣẹ́ Jésù ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Tí a di ẹrù wúwo lé lórí. Ó ní àjàgà tòun ó rọrùn ó fúyẹ́. So all the yoke, all the anger, they talked about me. They don't like me. When I was in primary 2, they did this to me. In 1972, in 1908, this is how they did to me. You hold on to, they did to you, of course we know, but you are not letting it go. You're holding on to it. So you're working at this. You're working at this. Where your mates are walking and flying and running, you are dragging. Because yoke of unforgiveness, resentment, anger, abba. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. I will say to my children, I cannot even kill myself for myself, not to talk of killing myself for anybody. We've all been foolish, we know, but don't walk in foolishness anymore. Don't walk in foolishness anymore. Your maker, the one who is interested in the salvation of your soul, doesn't have any of these characters that we carry about in him, and he wants us to be like him. So if somebody up there, we have one son, one child only, and think, oh, I release you to go and carry the sin. It's not a sin. I carried our own sin, but one offense, one issue from your friend, from your family members, from your in-laws, one offense, and communication just cut like that. You can't reach them, they can't reach you. You don't even know their number, you don't even know where they live anymore. God will help us. You know, sometimes I will say that some people will think that when you come online and God is ministering to people, I always pray that when God wants to send it to people, you will receive it first. God speak to me and speak through me. If God is not speaking to you, you might have Jagbajanti's behavior and people will be getting fixed through you. People will be listening to, oh my God, she's talking about me, and you are not receiving. So if you throw a stone inside the market, it's not the other people that sometimes the stone will eat. Even you that you are throwing the stone will eat you. The stone will eat you. There's a reason why we are many on earth, because God wants collaboration, not competition. God wants us to work together as a unity, one body, many parts. Look at the way my hand is going. My mouth is moving. My eyes can see. My nose, to the glory of God, we thank God. All part of my body. I said I'm holding my laptop. I can use my fingers to do that while I'm talking at the same time. If my mouth will disappoint me and say, not today, not today, I'm the most important part of your body, I can type, you know. So sometimes we see ourselves too highly. We overvalue ourselves, and we kind of look at what people have done to us to say, I'm bigger than that. How dare she, how dare he do this to me? Who are you? Erukbe, sand, sand. So bitterness is, like I explained, anger is your property, is your emotion. You will carry it yourself. And oftentimes the person you are angry, that your bitterness is against, might not even know you are angry. But the thing with bitterness is it will show. Even with anger, it shows. When you're upset, maybe when you don't like somebody, maybe bitterness will show. You will begin to look ugly. As a saying that bitterness is a form of mental illness, because you will just be bitter. Whether it is rainy, you don't like it. Whether the sun comes out to shine bright, you don't like it. Whether somebody do this, you don't like it. You're just bitter. You're just bitter. Not only one person offend you now. Like if a Yoruba person did something to you, all those Yoruba people, how many Yoruba do you know? If Bolanle offend you now, all Bolanle, don't be bitter. Bitterness is like sowing a seed of destruction for your future. A seed of destruction by yourself, sowing it into your own future. The person you are bitter about is going, maybe they have even asked for forgiveness of sin. There's a possibility that some people will offend you, but they don't have that courage. They are not really up there spiritually to come to you directly to say, Shewan, I did something. I said something. I am sorry. But they will go to their maker and say, God, I did something to Shewan. Please, I'm sorry. You offend man. You don't sin against man. You are not God. So you cannot say someone sinned against me. They can only offend you. And what is there to let go of? Just one thing. And then you let that to be, you'll be taking rank in the kingdom of darkness. You don't like something. Now you begin to hate the person. Now you begin to get angry. Now resentment set in, bitterness. Everything will be destruction. The devil did not come to do anything other than to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You now be getting rank. You'll be getting high in rank in the kingdom of darkness. What is that? What is that? When somebody from heaven look at you, even with your behavior, the things you do in the evening that nobody even knows, that if you even mention you are doing it, people will run away from you. And somebody died for you, even though you are doing all that. So set yourself loose. If you're a Christian, if you're a child of God, if you're not a Christian whatsoever, let God just walk the journey of your life. Let God be in charge of your life. Release it to God. If you look at the story of Abel and Cain, when God asked both of them to bring sacrifice from, one is a farmer. No, they're both farmers, but one is like a shepherd, fruits and all. It wouldn't have become an issue if God did not accept both offerings. Do you know that? But it became a problem because God accepted Abel's offering. So oftentimes, sometimes what you are angry about is because something opposite of what you are going through is happening in somebody's life. When you talk about contentment, when you are happily contented, when you want to prove you are happy for me, both of us are looking for the fruit of the womb. And I happen to get pregnant and I have children. maybe a child first. Are you happy, genuinely happy for me? Because I have something you don't have, and you are praying for, and everybody know you are praying for it. Then when something like that happen, check your emotions. How do you feel like? Or you are praying for your husband. Your friend just told you, oh, my boyfriend of so proposed. Our wedding is this. What is your emotions like? Do you feel like? Is that when you pray that prayer? Ah, God, even Sheuna have 3 children, and me, I only have one. You will pray as if you are competing with people. No. If the only time you pray is when you see something that you are praying for happening in other people's lives, and you pray as if God has, you are not praying, you're ranting, you're murmuring, you're complaining, you are saying God's timing for your life is wrong. That is what you're doing. So let's be mindful. Bitterness is very easy to spot if you are discerning enough. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. You just be angry. You just be uncomfortable with people in any way. Even if somebody did not even call you, you'll be angry as if you are the owner of their life. No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. People have their lives to live. You have your own life to live. And your emotions are your property. You carry them with you. It's your property to carry. So if you used to think as foolish as I used to think, that if somebody is against you or somebody did something and you are the one that have weight, that will carry it, a scale that will carry, that person offend God. Let me go and remind God again. Did you not hear what Dupe said? Are you not going to do with her? It's foolishness. So you might even go and remind God about Dupe, and God will just go and bless Dupe in one way so that Dupe's heart will be redirected to him. You do not have authority over anything that is happening in people's life. You do not have authority over it. If God wants to bless somebody, you don't have authority to stop it. You might do delay. Maybe somebody is saying, let's give Tokpe a contract. You might say, I don't Tokpe, she's not a good person. You might delay. You might. But to stop the flow, the flowing hand of blessing of God over somebody else, you don't have that power. You don't have that power. So thank God I did not have a gun. Thank God I don't have the ability to kind of, kill somebody at that time, thinking they offend God. Did God say to me that he is offended? What about the things that I have done? Think about it. You are not a saint. Nobody is a saint. If you're a saint, you will be here. You'll be in heaven among the angels. Human being, us, are the one that lives here. So evaluate. You to think about yourself, the things you do. Are you thinking about it? Yesterday, me and my sister were just laughing at some things. I will not even say it. About the way we are because of background and something like that. We just laughed about it. There are some situations in your life because of the way you're brought up that sometimes people find it hard to even love you because they don't know what kind of person you are. Like some people now will see me as tough, and my husband inside the house will be saying, I didn't believe you can be this easy. I just have principles. My principles are so strong. The wall of my principle is so high. I will not take what I will not take. I will not take it the first time. I'm not that, well, you can say I'm not a nice person. You cannot be nice to everybody. Everybody will not like you because you're not ice cream. Even some people don't take ice cream. You know the way. So we just have to be children of God. I don't want to go on and on and on this. I just think that I should just flow. And let me read some text here. When you are bitter, you might replay negative situations in your mind, making it hard to move on. Over time, bitterness can drain your energy, damage your relationships, and even impact your mental and physical health. It often shows up as constant complaining, mistrust, or a sense that life isn't fair. If you think life is not fair to you, just complaining. When people sit around you like this, I'm very sure the spirit of complaining will descend in their life. That's why you have to be very careful too about your gathering. To overcome bitterness, it's important to acknowledge your feelings, understand why you are upset. Forgiveness, not necessarily for the other person, but for yourself, can help you let go and find peace. Focusing on gratitude and positive experiences can also help shift your mindset away from bitterness toward healing. I remember one person. I didn't even know her. I know I don't really like this person, but the level of the anger is going towards bitterness. The moment they will just start talking like this, my body will just be shaking. I talk to my sister, I'm like, I think somebody did something one time. It's beyond they did something one time. Oh, I can't even stand this person's voice. And she was saying, you better be careful. And she made me remember one time a similar person that I didn't learn. God bring people to us to make us to grow. I know some of you might look at me like if you go to my church members and say, oh, Sharon is quiet, they will say Sharon is not quiet. because when I need to talk, I will talk. I believe that's family. That's the safest place for somebody to say no. They don't say it like that too. That's the safest place because if you need clarity, you have to speak up. You have to speak out. So they will say no. They don't do it like that too. Then you'll be corrected. Not like you just keep quiet in a gathering where they should. They will tell you that one is not quiet too. You know the way. So we have to be very careful. Don't you just have to check the emotions, the feeling. If you're happy, you know what happiness feel like because you've been sad before. If you are jealous a little bit, you know what it feels like. If you're envy, you know what it feels like. These are the things that I'm talking about. Because if you're happy in church, you're jumping up and down, people can see the happiness. So also some people can sense when you are bitter, or some of you that pretend not to be angry. You have the anger inside, but you can't show it. But me, I have integrity. My feelings, you can see it on my face. My face and my mind work together. They can't fight. If I don't like you, you will know very easily because I can't hide it. But that doesn't mean I don't love you. I might love you from afar, but not within, you know. And God did not say we have to play with everybody. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. So if you're coming towards me, that I know that you don't have any positive impact on my mental health, so I would rather not make you cause my googleness, you know the way, my cuckoo. So God will be with us. Everybody cannot like you, and you cannot like everybody. But don't hate people. Don't be bitter. When you hear good news about people within your mind, like be happy, genuinely happy. If they are the type that you talk to, congratulate them. If they're not, be happy. It shows that God is around. Don't be bitter. Don't hate people. Don't hate people. These are seeds that you are planting in your soil and they will grow. If you eat it, your children might eat it. If the children are not standing firm, like a bit above you spiritually, they will eat from your bitterness that you are planting. So please, be with God, stay right with God, and ignore all these distractions. I live in this house with my children and my husband. People that will offend me easily, that will offend me very quickly, are the people I live in my house with. So if you're having a relationship with somebody, they'll be the one that will offend you. Funke Akindele cannot offend me. I don't know where she lives. I've never ever seen her before, physically, only online. So that's not possible. That's where you will know the level of your patience, how you deal with people, how you can accommodate people. But don't be silly though. Have boundaries. What you will not take, don't take it. What you will not be comfortable doing, people doing to you, and speak out. Oh, Sheon, you said that. Oh, Sheon, you did that. I don't like it. I don't appreciate that. You speak out. If the person wants to run away because you're speaking your truth, that's their problem. If they want to be closer to you, say, she was truthful. She told me right away that she doesn't like that. Let me be closer to her. Is that problem? Not everybody will be your people. So, if you have watched up to this moment, I believe you've gained value from this video. So you can share your thoughts with me in the comment section or your experience of, feeling that sense of anger, bitterness, envy, jealousy in a way. And also, if you are a child of the Spirit, you can share Bible verses for us to go and read. People like us who are still struggling with anger, we're getting there, we get there. And till I come to your screen again, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, warriors.